So is that? Are they going to keep that in? Will he be riding?
Well, the trouble is, he's a separate character to Red 13, so they've got to.
Yeah, they did show that one clip in Advent Children Complete where he was on.
They did.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I've not seen that version.
I'm not seeing that.
Yeah, you also see Fenrir in that, the wolf that Cloud's supposed to worship, which has no mentioning in the actual 7.
Right. Okay.
They might bring that in there to tie it.
They're going to try and tie
Because
it.
it's his sword called Fenrir as well.
It's his bike.
Bike, it's the bike, is it?
Oh yeah.
What's the sword called in that?
It's just known as the Bust Sword, even though it's not the original Bust Sword.
No, it's in Kingdom Hearts where the keyboard's called Fenrir, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I've lost the lid.
Yeah. Sorry.
What else? Yeah, save for Sephiroth.
Oh, you're talking about, meaning about where you do certain stuff where Sephiroth becomes stronger?
Or weaker, depending on
how you played the game.
How you played the game and how the final battle plays out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
To be honest, I hope that they do keep that in.
You can't have it because it is.
Yeah, it's a main part of the game. But I never noticed it. You know, playing the game.
Yeah, I didn't notice it until I had it pointed out to me. I noticed Tonberry when he used the Karma attack because on my characters that I had as my healers, they never took damage.
Yeah.
Whereas Cloud, dead.
Yeah.
Well, with Save for Sephiroth, he's my favourite final boss purely because of the whole fact that he can get stronger or weaker depending on what you do.
Yeah, so
it gave him a unique feel.
Yeah.
But to be fair, even in his strongest form, he wasn't the strongest enemy in the game.
Well,
God,
no.
Of course not.
Because there's Ruby weapon and Emerald weapon.
But if you... Here's the thing then, going back to the weapons. If the weapons went in the original Japanese version, how did Cloud get Ultimate Weapon?
That's an interesting point.
I think Ultimate Weapon was in the game, but Ruby Weapon.
Yeah, because Ultimate Weapon was a part of the main storyline.
Yeah, so
when you
would have had to have found it in some.
Alright, then it's going back to the rumour where you could only control Cloud. How would that work when in 2 parts of the story you play as Tifa and
Sid?
Yeah.
So, well, obviously, they might have it so that you can keep flicking from character to character, but then it will make while everything's running round, it'll have to keep pausing while you're telling the other character what to do. So it'll end up being kind of 7.
You know what's something I'd love them to bring in?
What's that?
It's from Final Fantasy 12, and when the party you're using when they all die, your other characters jump in.
Yeah, but no, because in 7 they did. They did split into to do different groups because smaller groups were harder to find. So that is why when you die in one group, you don't automatically go into the other group. But in the final, when you're going against Sephiroth, at the end, it does. One team dies, you go into the next team.
And that only you switch, isn't it?
Oh, right, yeah, I think you have to switch.
Yeah, you switch.
Yeah, after you beat the first Sephiroth and then you go to a safer Sephiroth, you get the opportunity to switch.
Yeah, but you don't have to.
Yeah, but then there's some points in the game where you're all there at once. Like going through the mountains at Nibelheim.
Yeah.
Or Nibelheim. Nibelheim.
I think it's Nibelheim.
Yeah.
Nibelheim.
Yeah, Nibelheim. And then when you're going through to the mountains after you go across the water and you've got to go through their old train tracks.
Yeah, you are all there, so maybe in certain parts of the game they will have it so that you can go into your backup team. But again, I love what 10 did, where you could periodically change your character.
Yeah, but then 10 was stupid because if your 3 characters died, you couldn't switch to the other guardians.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense. They were just right here like, damn, someone tag me.
Yeah, tag me now. Please tag me. I'm here! Yeah!
Right, speaking of 10, would they bring a break HP limit and break damage limit into it?
Yes, I think I've heard that rumour.
Yeah, but then again, they've done it since 10. They've done it in... They haven't done it in 12 though, have they?
If they did do that...
They did in the Japanese version.
Did they?
With Excalibur.
Right.
Because if they do that, then they've got to scale the HP up, otherwise...
Yeah, but then again, that could go into the safer Sephiroth bit. If you could go break HP limit, damage limit, he would be stronger again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's like... well, then again, maybe they could do it where DLC-wise, they can do Advent Children as a DLC, where you play battle what are their names again?
Kadaj, Yazoo, and Lars.
Yeah, where you battle them, and that's where you get the costumes for Advent Children from.
That would be good, but there is so much more they can add to it now, so that's what I'm loving.
Yeah.
Would they have a bestiary?
Say bestiary, it's better.
No, it's best.
It's bestiary.
It's bestiary.
It's a book of beasts.
I've always pronounced it bestiary, even knowing that the correct way to say it is bestiary.
It's bestiary. It's a book on beasts and monsters.
Yeah, but it's still the best.
Okay, behemoth or behemoth?
Behemoth.
Yeah.
Behemoth.
But we all say behemoth.
We always say
That's
behemoth. But it is behemoth.
That's because I was only a kid when I was first playing Final Fantasy.
We all were. So
Yeah.
you
I was only 7 when I was only 7 when it came out.
It's like Chocobo. No, it's Chocobo. It's like what?
Yeah.
So it messed with.
One
When you
thing.
can hear him talking, it messes your mind up.
Would you be given the option to change the characters' names?
Yeah, that's it. If they're all talking, you won't be able to change the names anymore now, will you?
No.
They probably won't even pronounce the names. Like they do on, what is it, Dragon Quest.
Yeah, they just kind of talk to you, but never
with your
say
main
name.
character, it comes up in the dialogue with your main character's name, but they skip saying his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And go on
They
to
just
the
say go
next
you
one.
or him.
But for the sake
Yeah.
of them talking, I don't think many people would mind not being able to change the names. Unless they're going to do it where there are a load of preset names in the game that you
Yeah,
can
but then
choose
again,
from.
that's a load of voice acting work.
Yeah,
You might as well just have him, Sephiroth saying Cloud,
Yeah.
yeah.
which is very weird to name your son.
I named my son Oren.
How dare you?
Cloud is my favourite character, but Cloud is a very silly name.
Yes.
Whereas Oren, yeah. Oren is an epic name.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
It's
Cloud
alright.
Cloud's name lets him down, I think.
Oh, yes.
But
But it's better than Lightning.
Yeah.
Going back to say for Sephiroth, from what I've read on forums, people argue that the name Safer is a misspelling
Okay.
of Sephiroth.
Sarah.
Because he's meant to be like an angel
Right,
type
okay then.
creature, isn't he?
I suppose the game will kind of let us know with that. So
Yeah.
I can't say I know.
Would
on that
he
one.
be known as Safer Sephiroth or Seraph Sephiroth or...
As long as they're
whatever.
keeping the epic one-winged angel music. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Which one are they going to use though, the original or Advent Children?
Yeah. I'm hoping the original Advent Children got a bit kind of rocky and.
Yeah.
I love the Advent Children one though.
It is. It's.
I like all the versions.
Yeah.
It is awkward, but
Not
Either
trying
way, as
to
long as
sound
they
like
keep
a Sephiroth fanboy, but...
they've
Well,
got to keep it in.
Sephiroth.
I just hope they don't change the music for something that lets us down. We
Yeah.
want it to be the right music.
Well, I was thinking, you know, for DLC, could they do it where they remaster all the other final boss battles? Like Chaos, Emperor, Cloud of Darkness.
Zero Mercy.
Obviously,
Yeah.
they're going to try
Yeah.
and milk it for everything they can, so they're going to throw DLC at this thing.
It's like they could
It's gonna
have
be
they could
brilliant.
have the best villain in the game, Kafka. So I love Kafka as a villain. He's so much like the Joker. You've got to love him.
Oh, yeah, it's just evil for the sake of being evil.
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah.
The problem with Kefka is his final boss lets him down.
Of course he does. He's a god that gets killed by mortals.
Well, it's
Yeah.
not just that. You spend more time battling that huge tower thing. You spend about half an hour fighting the tower, and then when Kefka finally descends down, you kill him within about 2 minutes.
Yeah, but these two wouldn't know that because they've never played to 6. So,
No.
I've played bits.
It's like a huge climax up to nothing.
yeah. But then again, you could say that about you, Yevon, and bloody 10.
That was.
So I'm sorry,
A
but
lot of people, I've known people that rave about 10 and then they have no idea who Yu Yevon is. It's like, what? Just play
Yeah.
the game.
you,
How can you not know who Yu Yevon is if you've claimed to have completed 10?
Yeah,
It doesn't
it's
make
like,
sense.
just to be fair, with 10, once you got, once you've got Una, Celestial Weapon, Braska's Final Aeon, it's piss easy.
Well, to be fair, when you've level grinded your characters,
everyone's easier.
Every final boss in the entire series is easier, and unfortunately, a lot of fans, no offence, but a lot of fans will not admit that they level grind for stupid amounts of hours before battling the final boss, and then they complain that the final boss is too easy and a letdown.
Granted, we talked about 10 a lot during this week. Are they going to try and do the whole thing where 10's a prequel to 7?
Yeah, they've tried to link all that in before, haven't they? But they might try and do that. They're going to try and link all the other games.
Because I know in 10 too, Shinra starts talking about using the energy of the planet.
Yeah, that is.
Don't they?
But look, I don't know, saying what you were saying about level grinding, the first time I went against Sephiroth, I was level 78. It took me 40 minutes and then I died. And then I went against him again, still level 78, took me 45 minutes and I finally beat him. And that was brilliant.
In all honesty, on my first playthrough, I wasn't even level 50 when I got to save Sephiroth, and he whooped my arse.
He will, and then you play the game again, you become a level 99, and you just, you waltz through that battle, don't you?
To be fair, I did not have Knights of the Round, and I did not have...
Knights of the Round's awesome, though.
Yeah, but a lot of people didn't know where it was, they didn't know how to get the gold chocobo.
But with...
Will the chocobo breeding be back?
Yes, we want it. We want to make these inbred creatures, you know.
The only reason it's golden because it slept with its grandmother's sister.
Yeah, there's a lot of inbreeding going on here, but it was brilliant.
Yeah.
So you've got to keep that in, definitely.
Chocobo breeding, promoting incest since 1997.
Look at my gold chocobo. I will call him Joffrey. Joffrey.
Yeah, but to be fair, it's what we've done to animals for years today, though.
Yeah.
Inbreeding. It's how you get Yorkshire Terriers and everything.
Oh yeah. Okay. This is getting a little bit weird.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's just change the subject.
Well, we're talking about DLC. Would they bring other characters into it?
They could do.
I have to be honest, I
don't know. If they're going to try and push... As long as they're only downloadable, they're not necessary. If they try and push other characters onto it and put... It's going to take away from the original characters. And
I don't think I'd mind as long as they don't go overboard.
Yeah.
Because I've heard a rumour that, you know, because now bloody Lightning's a goddess, that she might actually just, and she can travel through the realms, might actually appear somewhere in the world.
As a sub-boss. People want to beat her ass. Lightning returns. We never knew you fucking disappeared.
Yeah, a game that shouldn't exist.
Someone had a boner on her in the making of that film.
Yeah. It's like
forcing her on us.
Okay, with the summons, would you want them to be able to control them or just be a cinematic?
I wouldn't mind either way, actually.
It would be nice if they kept it as they did, where it was just a single hit, or if you could control them. I don't mind with that.
I don't know.
I think sticking to the original game for nostalgia, but a lot of people are expecting to be able to control them now, I think.
One thing that Square Enix could do with that is in the settings,
yeah,
you could have it set as summons, as cinematic or control.
Yeah,
they could probably give you the option.
So what about Vincent's Limericks? Would you want to be able to control them?
I would, because it got to the point, I've mentioned it before, it got to the point with Vincent where...
He just heals stuff.
He heals your enemies.
And during a boss battle, he was useless.
Yeah. Until you got Chaos and he was thinking...
But even Chaos was useless during a boss battle. Because
he wouldn't heal, he wouldn't help everyone else out, so it just got to the point he got you killed because you couldn't control him. And for me it was silly. But also, with Vincent's kind of... think once you gave him quadricut, his limit break became weaker than his normal attack because he's going in the air, he's doing a couple of attacks and coming back. But with quadricut, he was doing 4 lots of damage anyway, and so I'd like control over him, but I know that's supposed to be his gimmick that he is uncontrollable. But it got to the point for many people that couldn't hack it, they ended up scrapping Vincent because he was a liability.
It was a good character to have, but it was useless.
Yeah, his story is brilliant. It's on par with Cloud. Everyone in that game has a brilliant backstory. Even Nanaki has a brilliant backstory. The only thing I didn't understand with Nanaki is, oh Nanaki, your father was actually a brave hero. Then why the fuck didn't you tell me all these years? I've been led to think he was a coward. You could have bloody told him that his father was a hero.
Yeah.
But you left him to believe his father was a coward for all these years, and then suddenly, oh yes, he's up there. You know, we could give him something to cure his petrification, but no, I like the fact that he's...
Would Seto become a playable character because they might add an extra item which cures his petrification?
That's it, yeah. Because he's got all those arrows in him. But
I thought his petrification was uncurable, that's why he was left there.
Probably.
Yeah, that is true.
Became a nice lawn ornament, really. But why didn't anyone say to him, Nanaki, your father was a hero, instead of letting him believe he was a coward? I didn't understand that bit.
Yeah.
But everyone had a brilliant backstory. Yuffie had a brilliant backstory. She came from a war-torn country. That's why she wanted materia. She wanted to help out her village because it was in ruin. So she had a brilliant backstory. Barrett had a brilliant backstory.
Sid just wanted to go into outer space.
Yeah, he wanted to go.
Bit of a weak backstory,
Speaking
but
of
it was still there.
Yuffie-
It was his passion. It was his lifelong dream.
Speaking of Yuffie,
Katsif is an asshole. Sorry. Speaking of Yuffie, sorry.
yeah, would they bring extra materia into the game, like the dark materia from Crisis Core? Would you be able to fuse the materia together?
Yeah, that's it. It's going to mess. It's going to change a lot if they do try and tie these games into it.
Trouble is, they've got to because of the huge materials.
You've got the huge materia and the master materia, which was brilliant. A lot of people didn't realise you could get it because they're silly.
Yeah, but a lot of them, the huge materia, you could get away. And to be fair, when I first played through 7, I didn't know you could fuse all your items to get materia.
It becomes brilliant. It means you've got all of the... It did leave some of them out. I did notice that once you had the master materia, it did leave certain ones out.
Only Master Command.
Was that the...
Yeah.
I thought there was a couple of others that it missed out.
No, because I know with Master Summon you had all the summons. I know with Master Magic.
Master Magic you had up. It was the Master Command it missed a couple of out because I think it get rid of the slash all or because that was annoying as well.
No, I think it had them in, but with your attack, you had to time it because when slash all quadricut slash all quadricut.
I think when slash all on, it wouldn't allow you to use quadricut. So if you only had 3 enemies...
Yeah, but it's making thinking about Master Command. The slot of attack changed to quadricut or slash all, so it kept alternating between that. Here's the thing, because it annoyed me on 7. When your limit break come up, you lost attack.
Yeah, you couldn't use your... It forced you to use your limit break.
Yeah.
So on some of them where you're thinking, no, I know there's a boss coming up, I want to save my limit break, you ended up having to use your magic, and sometimes that character wouldn't have had... They might have been your healer, so yeah.
You could just use them to guard.
Yeah, you could have used them to guard, but then...
But I blew to limit break be a separate slot to attack.
Yeah, where you have to push it to the side. So
like on Final Fantasy VIII, where you could...
Yes.
Yeah, you could go to your side. You need that because it was a big issue for a lot of people. It did mess it so you couldn't attack normally. You were forced to use your limit break on certain occasions. Not quite as bad as in 9, where you automatically went into trance. It's like, great, the boss is right there, I've used it on a bloody rat. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Or, on 9, this happens every single time I've played through it. when battling Beatrix in Bermesia and she uses stock break to wipe out your party, Freya always goes into trance.
Yeah.
Why does she always go into trance there every time?
It's because she's supposed to be so angry about what's happened to her people. It's forced her to go into trance straight away.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
What the
suppose.
hell is that?
That's them dogs.
Right.
Right. See, there's a lot they could do and there's a lot that they shouldn't do.
There is, but ultimately we're going to have to wait to see what they're going to do with it.
Yeah.
We can only
It's-
speculate on what they're going to do. But either way, I'm going to buy the game
Oh, yeah.
anyway. I think everyone's going to.
Well, yeah, they want to get the original voice music director back, don't they?
Yeah, I read something about that on Facebook, although the actual link wouldn't come up on my phone for some bizarre
Oh,
reason. So
I think it's a poll at the moment to actually get him back.
It would be good because the music in 7 was great.
Mm.
Maybe not as
So-
great as...
So to be fair though,
Nobuo Uematsu was a legend because he's done,
yeah, he did most of
he's
the...
done all the other Final Fantasy
Yeah.
soundtracks prior to 13.
Yeah, but when I was playing it as a child, I had the volume down because the music got repetitive.
It did after a while. I think you turned it up for certain bits, like when you're in Junior Harbour doing those missions. Like, dun, 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 dun. You got that stuck in your head, you went to sleep singing that.
You got, like you say,
I am
wrong in
guilty.
it. The boss musics were good.
Yeah.
So there's so much right with that game that what we're worried about, if they change too many things, it's going to completely cripple the game.
Yeah.
It's going to be a completely different game with the same character names. That's all it's
Yeah.
going to be.
Yeah.
If they change too much, it's going to completely ruin the Final Fantasy VII franchise, possibly.
Yeah.
So they've got to keep in every element that you loved from the original 7, but give it greater graphics, give it a voice. I mean, if they try and add stuff, that's fine, but they can't take away from its original essence. They can't
Yeah.
do that.
So that's the thing. They can mess about with gameplay, but they can't change the story.
That's
Yeah.
it. Everyone loved the story. 7 was groundbreaking.
I preferred 8, but that's just me.
I've read the director. He's changing the battle style because he says he stated in an interview he doesn't